There's one. How big are you? It's just under 21 inches. See ya. Hello there and welcome to the channel, everyone. Today we're fishing the middle Chattahoochee River and we are targeting the native shoal bass. It's late March and the fish here are getting ready, staging for the spawn. Some of the largemouth have probably already spawned, but the shoal bass have not. This is the middle Chattahoochee, so this is the Piedmont region of the state. And the middle Chattahoochee, if you're wondering, technically starts at Morgan Falls Dam and extends south downriver all the way to the fall line, which is near Columbus, Georgia. Technically, everything above Morgan Falls Dam is considered the upper Chattahoochee, but to most anglers, when you say upper Chattahoochee, you're talking about the section of the river or the part of the drainage above Lake Lanier. You know, to most anglers, that's the upper Chattahoochee. And the fish in this part of the drainage, the shoal bass anyway, have not spawned, or most of the shoal bass have not spawned. They're staging and feeding up, you know, before the spawn. This is considered the pre-spawn period. Still, it's late March. Some of the bigger largemouth have spawned already in this part of the drainage, but the bigger shoal bass have not. They typically spawn in early to mid-April most years in this part of the Chattahoochee drainage. There's one. Not a big one, but it's a fish on the old pointer jerkbait. Okay. There we go. Small chunky shoal bass there. Appears to be a male on the old pointer jerkbait. See ya, buddy. I'm using the, this is the deep diver. This is the pointer 78. And it just looks like a little threadfin shad. You know, we're fishing below a dam, big man-made impoundment, and well, it's actually several miles upriver. So, but you know, a lot of threadfin shad come through the dam during when they have a release. So it's a small bait, and you wouldn't really think that big shoal bass would eat this, but I have caught shoal bass over 6 pounds on this bait. And it just looks like a little threadfin shad. This is I believe this is the Chartreuse shad color, and it's just a pointer 78. It's a good bait, and I'm not really fishing deep water. The reason I like the deep version is because I can get it down, and when I'm fishing a specific area or a target like a bedrock outcrop, I can crank this thing down and get it where it needs to be. You know, I'm fishing current here, so the bait needs to get down quick and to where the fish are at, you know, where the fish are holding in this current. So that's why I like the deep version. I can just get it down, you know, in front of the fish in this current a lot easier. They would hit a, you know, the standard pointer 78, but if I'm you know, trying to cover water, if I'm trying to cover a lot of water, you know, I'll use this bait. I really like this bait. I can cover a lot more water with it. It just be a lot more efficient. I can fish a lot faster. There's another little one. That doesn't even feel like a bass. It is. Another little shoal bass. They're getting smaller, y'all. Okay, I forgot to explain what I'm fishing here, but if you look downriver, you'll see the head of an island. And the reason you have an island here is because the bedrock around the island has been able to resist erosion. So we have some bedrock outcrops and shallow water near this island. The river channel also makes a slight bend here before the current splits around the island. So about half the water goes down one side of the island and the rest goes around the other side, and my lure is drifting down to the area where the current splits. There could be an eddy or a pocket of slower moving water close to the bottom where the current splits, but I don't know that for a fact. I have fished a lot of clear spring-fed rivers in Florida where you can see the fish, and these areas consistently hold fish, so that's why I say that. And because there's a channel bend here, the current splits at a much greater angle here, close to 90 degrees. That's a good one, y'all. Oh, he just figured out he was hooked. Big head shakes. This fish is just running out against the current. I haven't fished this spot in a while, so I don't know if there's any wood down there. I hope there isn't any kind of a tree or log that's washed in there. I've only got 8 pound. Oh, wow. This fish just figured out he was hooked. Oh man, there is some kind of wood down there. I felt it. Come on up, fish. He's using that current. Once they get their head down, it's like any kind of a big bottom fish offshore. You just can't get them up, and they're so deep. They're so deep. Oh my gosh. I gotta stop talking and just concentrate on what this fish is doing. It's just, get your head up. Come on up and jump again. or it tried to jump and it couldn't. It was too big. It's a nice one. It's not a true. I just want to touch it. Just let me touch you. Okay, we got you. Well, it's just under 21 inches. Okay, there's the weight, y'all. I hadn't caught one. 485, that's hundredths. So, you know, 75 is 12 ounces. So that's like a 413 or 414. Not a true giant, but a nice one. Definitely put up a heck of a fight on that 8-pound fluorocarbon. And I usually just hold the fish in the current until once they start to bite your thumb, then you know they're strong enough to swim off. This fish was not out of the water long. There she goes. How big are you? Pretty good. Not a giant. I swear I've done this before, y'all. Oh wow, we got a surprise here. Well, first, there's the fish, and it looks like it's either an old fish or it perhaps has spawned out, but it's definitely post-spawn, which is kind of a surprise to me. Okay, there's the fish, and it's just under 21 inches, just under 21 inches with the mouth closed. But this fish has spawned out, I think. It's very, very thin. Well, let me get my camera here. Probably does not weigh as much as the one we caught earlier, so I'm not gonna bother weighing this one. See ya. really the wind is blowing like crazy now, and so sorry I didn't really have the camera pointed where the fish was holding. I was kind of getting blown all over the place, but I managed to this is what that fish spit up, by the way. It's mostly digested, but it looks like a small sunfish. I don't know, it's too far gone to really say what that is, but it looks like a I can't really say what that is. It in my opinion, it might have been a bluegill, but again, it's just too far gone to really say what that was. See ya.